Thanks for joining St. George News at 8. I'm Scott Beadle. The theft of a Toyota Tacoma pickup truck from a St. George auto dealership early Wednesday morning was captured on surveillance footage, and a reward is being offered to catch the suspects.
About 4:15, a male walked up to our 2014 Toyota Tacoma. It's gray in color. We kind of hate to see this element in St. George, so we're offering a $1,000 reward for information and the recovery of our car, or the incarceration of the people that did it.
Anyone who recognizes the individuals in the video or has information about this case is asked to call the St. George Police Department at 435-627-4300. Zion National Park's Hidden Canyon Trail will be closed for the summer starting Monday. This is what is expected to be the final phase of a multi-year effort to repair the trail. Several retaining walls on the 2.5-mile trail have been damaged by flash floods and natural seeps. In July of 2012, a rock slide occurred on the trail, stranding 11 park visitors for about 3 hours. Park rangers were able to set up a rope line and get the hikers out. However, the slide became active again overnight. In March 2014, the park began a multi-year project to rehabilitate several trails that originate in the Weeping Rock Shuttle area, including Hidden Canyon. The Hidden Canyon Trail is scheduled to be closed through September 1st. The public comment period on the initial bison herd reduction assessment is being extended by the National Park Service. The environmental assessment evaluates management actions related to bison on the Grand Canyon's North Rim. It will now be available for public review and comment from June 5th through the 14th. Biologists estimate that since the early 90s, the bison herd there has grown from about 100 to between 400 and 600, and they believe it could grow to over 1,200 in the next 10 years if actions are not taken. The proposed herd reduction could be achievable over a period of 3 to 5 years and is consistent with recommendations for a herd size that would reduce or prevent impacts on park resources. Interested parties can submit comments electronically after June 5th at parkplanning.nps.gov/GRCA_bison. After 13 years of advocating for animals, a local nonprofit group founded to support the no-kill philosophy will be ceasing operations on June 15th following the retirement of one of the group's founders. Linda Elwell is one of the 3 original founders of Friends of Ivan's Animal Shelter and has served as board president since the group's inception. Elwell was honored Wednesday at a regular meeting of the Santa Clara City Council. The shelter serves both Santa Clara and Ivans under the supervision of the combined Santa Clara Ivans Police Department. Both cities have passed ordinances adopting a no-kill status for the shelter. President Trump has announced the United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord. The decision follows intense lobbying on both sides of that issue that's even caused a deep divide within the president's inner circle. Janae Norman has the latest from Washington.
Another campaign promise kept.
We're getting out. But we will start to negotiate, and we will see if we can make a deal that's fair. And if we can, that's great. And if we can't, that's fine.
President Trump announcing in the Rose Garden today that the United States will officially withdraw, joining Syria and Nicaragua and not being a part of the Paris Climate Accord. Under the agreement, more than 190 countries committed to cutting greenhouse gas emissions in an effort to combat climate change. Trump wants to increase fossil fuel output in hopes of reviving the coal industry, though numbers show more Americans work in car washes, theme parks, and even Arby's employs more workers than the coal mining industry.
Global warming and that, a lot of it's a hoax. It's a hoax. I mean, it's a money-making industry, okay?
The president had strong opinions coming in on both sides of the issue from his inner circle. The decision is seen as a win for chief strategist Steve Bannon, who along with 22 Senate Republicans pushed for Trump to pull out of the deal. And it marks a loss for Ivanka Trump, Jared Kushner, and even the Pope, Apple CEO Tim Cook, and Tesla's head Elon Musk, who all lobbied to stay.
I think withdrawing from the Paris Accord is a historic, monumental mistake that we will pay the price for the next several generations.
Meteorologist Kim Walker has your southern Utah forecast right after this.
The weather tonight is brought to you by AWI Networks, smarter internet.
Welcome back, everyone. Temperatures today were a little bit cooler than they were yesterday. Lots of sunshine, but there were some places that did see a stray shower or two this afternoon, mainly just east of St. George. So we didn't see any rain, so temperatures warmed up to around 91 degrees, 81 in Cedar City. In Hurricane, it was 87 degrees. Kanab around 83 degrees, so a little bit cooler off to the east with those showers, but we are going to see the heat return by tomorrow. But for tonight, temperatures will be dropping down into the 60s, 65 degrees for St. George and 64 degrees in Mesquite, as well as in Hurricane. But in Cedar City, expect lows around 45 degrees, so it's going to be a chilly start to our day tomorrow. We are going to see high pressure build in again. That trough that moved through our area will continue to shift to the east a little bit, so we do have chances of rain, stray shower or two, not out of the question for just east of St. George, and then numerous thunderstorms toward the Rockies in Colorado. But I think that's pretty much it for tomorrow. We're going to see much warmer conditions, especially with a lot of sunshine out there. And then as we make our way into the weekend, it looks like that heat wave will really build up as this ridge of high pressure starts to move across the area. That means that we are going to see a return of south winds across the region. And with that ridge of high pressure, we're also going to see just a lot of sinking air. So that translates to a lot of sunshine this weekend and a lot of heat as well. So temperatures will actually be a little bit warmer in the next 2 days or so. A bright sunshine tomorrow. It will be warmer tomorrow than today, and then full sunshine for this weekend with temperatures climbing into the triple digits. Continued heat as we make our way into the early part of the week. A stray shower or two not out of the question, especially for areas north of St. George. But for the most part, for tomorrow, we're going to see plenty of sunshine, starting off around 49 degrees in Cedar City, 70 degrees at noon, plenty of sunshine during the day, 82 degrees by 5 o'clock. Our high tomorrow will be around 84 degrees. In St. George, we are expecting a warmer start with readings around 67 degrees at 7 o'clock, mostly clear conditions, and then lots of sunshine during the day. 77 degrees at noon, and then by 5 o'clock as you start to head home, temperatures around 93 degrees. Our high will actually be in the upper 90s. So here's a look at your forecast. As far as those afternoon highs, it looks like in Newcastle around 86 degrees, Enterprise about 78 degrees, 87 in Beryl, and around 83 degrees in Enoch. Nice, lots of sunshine during the day, dry weather for the most part. There could be a stray shower or two though in the afternoon. A warm day in St. George tomorrow with a high around 96 degrees, Littlefield about 100 degrees, and that will be the situation in Mesquite as well. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast for Cedar City. Temperatures warming up into the 90s this weekend, well above normal for this time of year. And then we have another system coming through that will give us a chance for a shower or two on Monday. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty warm with highs in the upper 80s and then dropping into the lower 80s by the middle part of the week. Here's your forecast for St. George, though. It looks like temperatures tomorrow will be in the 90s, and then we will be in the triple digits for the weekend. I think weather for only Gila monsters would love, right, Scott? Yeah, and temperatures staying in the upper 90s for the most part for the middle part of the week, and then dropping down just a little bit on Thursday with partial sunshine. But for the most part, it's going to be pretty hot out there. Drink a lot of water because we need hydration during these hot days.
You're kind of running out of space for all your numbers on
that
graphic.
Know. It's just like, all these, it just gets higher and higher.
It seems to.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kim.
All right.
Well, George Fest is coming up tomorrow night. We'll have a preview for you right after this. The night sky over St. George's historic downtown district will come alive Friday. George Fest is celebrating its 2nd anniversary with June Moon Jubilee. Partnering with St. George Races, George Fest will offer a full evening of music and free mustache birthday cake at the Jazz Garden. Adding to the celebration, attendees will enjoy extended hours and after-dark fun. That includes the Galaxy Light Parade on Tabernacle Street, the Moonlight 5K race through downtown, and the Fire Hose Frenzy Foam Party, hosted by the St. George Fire Department at the main stage. A lot of fun there.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching.
Have a great night.